So hearty welcome to everyone, the principals, the city coordinators, CBSE resource persons, hub leaders, result committee members. We are at a junction where we need to take certain decisions about the result preparation. And this is a decision that is first of its type. We have not taken such decisions earlier. So that is the reason every school is a little bit skeptical whether they are doing things right or somewhere they are going wrong. There are a few calculations which are going wrong at times. So what I'll try to do in this particular webinar is address these needs that we all have at the moment. It's not that I'm an authority on the topic or something like that, but owing to the I've handled a large amount of data at times, and I've interpreted the circular in a way which has convinced me, at least to a great extent. And I have conducted a YouTube session also earlier, which I found was very much in track with the webinar that Dr. Sanyam Bharadwaj took on the other day. A lot of points that I already covered earlier. I found that whatever he said was absolutely in lines of whatever I was thinking. So that gave me the confidence to organize a session for all the principals. And I'll try to be, as precise as possible in making the choices. So I'll show you how exactly I am doing it. And then you can ask if something that doesn't, you are not convinced with certain things, we can clarify that. The first thing that I would like to share is that I'll not share a PPT today, mainly because it goes into a lecture mode and then I don't want that. What I'll do is I'll keep things very simple, try to tell you shortcuts that you all can take and how to, fit the data in. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have already done it, but I'll just try to show what exactly we can do about it. So I'll share my screen first. And all of you have got this type of data, first of all, right? So this is a data that you will get. I've taken a model data over here. This is not of any particular school, but this is how the data looks like. I'm pretty sure you're convinced with this, right? So you have got English communicative, science, English language and literature, mathematics basic, social science, Hindi course B, mathematics standard. And then you have got the 3 years, 2018, 2019, and 2020. And you got the average scores of these years, 2018, 2019, and 2020. And you have found that the one that is highest has been highlighted or put in bold. That is the reference year's average for you. Now, I have been checking the group. There are questions, right? Like, for example, why we have selected only 3 years data? Why not 5 years? Now, go back 5 years and see what exam was conducted during that time. Of course, the board exam was there, but was it the same model? Do you remember what type of exams were conducted 5 years ago? You can put it in the chat box. If it was CCE, remember? It was not the same model. So the same model is available for the last 3 years. So if someone is asking why we are not taking the data of, let's say, 5 years back or 4 years back, I hope you have the answer right now, because an entirely different model of examination or assessment was followed during that time, which is Essay 1, Essay 2, and all the 4 formative assessments. So I hope it is clearly answered right now why we are not taking the data of 5 years. CBSE has very aptly decided that from the time this type of assessment started, they have taken the data from that time. Now, another thing is, whenever we consider the average, we can go back any number of years, right? That's fine. But why CBSE has taken this particular model of 3 years? Because 3 years, it is a 80-20 model. The remodeled structure of assessment came in, and since then we are following it. And 3 years data is good enough for a school because that is more current data, more recent data. And recent data holds a lot of weightage in statistical calculations. In statistical calculations, whenever we have to consider an average for a short period of time, we will not go back too many years back. We will go for something that is recent. Now you see, you will get data like this. where the second question is why we are taking the data of last 3 years. This batch was an exceptional batch. ये batch तो अलग ही कुछ करने वाला था, world record तोड़ने वाला था. Now we all understand this very clearly that, you know, when the exam is not being conducted, it's very easy to comment that way, that this was an exceptional batch. This would have broken all the records. But let me tell you that the fact is nothing has been proved. This batch could have been a very good batch, but we are taking the best data of the last 3 years. If you feel that this data is not good enough, your batch could have performed better. CBSE has always left an option for you to appear in the board exam, which will be conducted when the situation will be conducive. So the thing is, when there is a pandemic going on, there is no, it is not wise enough to tell that this year should have been given the opportunity to prove themselves. They did not get the opportunity. It's not because of some, minor or petty reason. It's because of a global pandemic, and the lives of children is more important than anything else. So that direction, if you're thinking, let me tell you, first of all, don't think in that direction, because whatever could have happened, we do not know it yet. And the second thing is, if they want to prove themselves, they can still do it when the situation is conducive. Now you see what is happening over here, right? Let's take this data, 65.27, 55.38. We will calculate and see if the data comes exactly the way it is given over here. So I have taken it on an Excel sheet, and let's calculate the average. 2020 average. What is the average? If you calculate like this, average, you drag it, the entire thing, close it, hit enter. You see it's coming over here 56.21. When we consider basic maths and standard maths and take out an average like this, I'm pretty sure many of you have done this to find out the average, and it will never match. I'll show you why. So 56 is the average now. It's coming over here. But what is the average given in 2020? It's 60.27, way beyond this 56. Do you know why is it happening? This is happening because the number of children appearing in the basic maths and the number of children appearing in the standard maths is not same. Basic maths, let's assume 19 children are appearing, and in the standard maths, let's assume 102 kids are appearing. So the weightage of 102 kids and 19 kids are entirely different. So if you take out an average like this, like 31.42, which is the average of basic maths, and a standard maths was 60.04, and you take out an average of these two, you see the average is 45.73, which is a very big injustice because the bulk of the population was here. 102 kids appeared here and only kids were there in this basic maths. So what is the way to calculate that? I'll show it to you. Sorry. Yeah. This is the reference here, average, right? What we will do is, forget about this part. I'll hide this. I'll do it. I was doing it for another school, so I'll hide this part. Forget about this one as well. Now you see, 19 kids were there for basic maths. So this is basic maths. And this is standard maths. So 19 kids, 31.42 was the average. 103 kids, let's say, 60.04 was the average. Total number of students is 122. So what we will do here is, we will find out that if we make it out of 100, what is 19 out of 100, not out of 122? Why we will take out of 100? So that we can calculate the percentage easily. So what the formula is, you put equal to sign, take 19 divided by total number of student is 122. Multiply that by 100 because we are trying denominator same. So see 15.57 has come over here. So 19 out of 102 is actually 15.57 out of 100. Similarly, 103 out of 122 is 84.42 out of 100. The same formula. 103 children out of 102 into 100. So that means now these two added together is 100. Right? Instead of taking out of 122, we are taking out of 100. Now you see what is the average score now. Now multiply this with the average score. See, go here. D5 into D3 means this one multiplied by this one. That is basic maths average score multiplied by 15.57 students, which is actually 19 converted out of 100. Similarly, 60.04 multiplied by 84. So this 2 now is the score of these kids out of 100. So 55.58 divided by 100 comes 55.58%. So this is the percent. Now let me just check again what I told you. I'll make it clearer. If I tell in Hindi, I think it will be easier for many of you to understand. 19 बच्चे थे 122 में और 103 थे 122 में. मुझे कन्वर्ट करना है परसेंट में, 100 में लेके जाना है. तो 19 बच्चे 122 में मतलब 100 में कितने बच्चे? यही 19 को अगर हम लोग 100 में वेटेज देते इंस्टेड ऑफ 122 कितने होते? 15.57 is the weightage of these children, 19 children out of 100. Similarly, ये 103 बच्चे जो 122 में थे उसको अगर 100 में वेटेज दे तो 84.42 बच्चे होते हैं. So 15.57 plus 84.42, this total you add up, it will come to 100, right? So ये दो 100 आ गया. तो अभी क्या करेंगे हम लोग? ये 15.57 को 31.42 जो बेसिक मैथ्स का एवरेज था उससे मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं. तो 100 बच्चों के लिए स्कोर निकल रहा है कितना होना चाहिए? मतलब ये 15 बच्चों के लिए निकल रहा है 489.20 was the sum of this 15 kids और 84 kids के लिए 60.04 एवरेज है. सो मल्टीप्लाई करने से ये आता है. दोनों मिला के ऐड करने से 5558.16 आता है और इसको हम लोग 100 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो 55.58% आता है. नाउ इफ आई गेट 55.58, I go back here and put 55.58 and now I calculate the average is equal to average, drag down the whole thing, bracket close, enter, 60.278. Let's see if it matches the data that we we shared. Sorry, this is not the page. Hi, this is Dr. Swarup. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the most. Sorry. Yeah. So this is the average 60.27. Now I'll just unmute everyone so that you have understood the thing or not. You can let me know. Is the concept clear now what exactly I told?
Yes, clear, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Clear.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir. Clear.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So that is how the average has been calculated in this one. What do you say? Reference year. So this formula, as I showed for basic and standard maths, if you're not able to match where your language is second language, there are two second languages, you use the same formula for Hindi and Marathi to find out the average and see it will match the board's average. Otherwise, if you go straight away, take an average straight away, it will not work. So this is called loaded mean, where we are giving the weightage of basic maths, 19 kids were there, only that much weightage is given to them, and standard maths, 102 kids were there, or 103 kids were there, that much weightage is given. So I hope that solves the problem regarding average calculation, which many of you have raised. Now, the next part is, can we take, average, like this is the reference here for me, which is in yellow. So this is the reference here for me, which is in yellow. can I, for example, go to this year and this year and pick up any subject marks from here? The answer is no, you cannot do it. Why? Because whatever is given in the reference year, you need to stick to it. So any question related to the point that I've covered, whatever data has been shared with you. If you have a question, I'll give you the chance to ask. But another thing, many of you have told there is no Marathi. The Marathi data is not made available. Now, let me share with you that, what has been shared with us by regional office, RO. So somewhere it's not moving. Yeah. I'll refer to a data or a forwarded message that I got in the group. I'll show you. You see, this is the message sent by Dharmadhikari sir, who is the regional officer, regional director of Pune. It's given over here clearly. For awarding marks for the subject Marathi, you may take average of the best 3 subjects wherein the student concerned has scored highest marks. For example, English, Hindi, maths, or science, or social science, etc. So from those 5 subjects, get the average of the best 3 subject marks and award it to the subject Marathi and upload the marks on the link accordingly. For Sanskrit and ICT subject code 402, the same formula is mentioned for Marathi is applicable. So this is a forwarded message by Dr. Shri MD Dharmadhikari, which I have shown you on the screen. Mallika Nair ma'am is raising a hand. I'll ask her to unmute. Yes, Mallika ma'am, you want to say something?
Sir, I have a question. In my school, like first time the students are appeared for basic math, for which I have not got a reference data from CBSE. So like, what is the marks which I'll be awarding to the students who have opted for basic math, sir?
Now understand one thing over here, ma'am. We are not conducting any exam called basic maths in the school level, right? It was only an exam that was conducted in the board level. Is there any school who's conducted a basic maths exam right now? No. Why we are taking out the average of these 2? I showed you that when board calculated the average, they have taken the average of basic and standard maths together so that you get one figure and you can grade your maths code accordingly. You don't need to differentiate between basic maths and standard maths. Both taken together, it is the weightage given individually depending on the number of students taken, and based on that it is there. So if you do not have a reference basic maths score, you only have a standard maths score to refer to, you just need to refer that. For example, this school, 2018 is the reference score, and here also basic maths is not there. You see, it's a blank. So what they're doing, they will be taking this math standard as the reference score and make sure that this is the reference score for this particular year. Yes, if you say, it is, a little bit below the average of the school, we cannot help it, because right now, as I said, do not raise questions on the policy of the board. The policy of the board has been decided based on lots of permutation combinations, pros and cons taken together. So let's not question why board has done it. ये नहीं करना चाहिए था. नहीं करना चाहिए था, we can all tell that. But whatever has been done, we need to follow it. That is the first basic principle. So I see a lot of arms going up, hands going up. For example, Mallika ma'am, is your question answered? You can type a yes in the chat box. Now, Sangeeta Gunjal ma'am, I'm giving you the chance to unmute. You can ask your question.
Good evening, sir. We don't have the Marathi subject as a third language. We have the second language, Marathi, Hindi, and Sanskrit. And sir, board has given Sanskrit and Hindi only average, but Marathi is not given. And we have the 6 additional subject as a IT and retail.
I already covered that point, ma'am. I already told you, irrespective of the fact that Marathi is your second language or a third language, like that is subject 7, what you need to do is to calculate the score of Marathi, you need to take the best 3 scores average and convert.
And IT also, IT in retail also.
IT is also the same formula it's given that
and retail also.
Yes. So whatever
Okay, sir.
subject that is additional subject whose score has not been given to you, to take out the average of that, it's not a reference average. For the child, whatever is the performance of the child, for the top 3 subjects, take an average of that and award that marks for Marathi subject to that particular child.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right? Next, Nutan Mishra, I'm asking you to unmute. Is this same question you want to ask or a different one?
Sir, a different one. Good evening.
Yeah, good
I
evening.
just wanted to understand, I have 352 students who have appeared for maths, let's say. Out of those 352 students, 2 students are special, needs students, and so they have opted for music in place of maths. So when we calculate the average of maths, we do not consider these 2 as part of
Absolutely exclude. What is the average? Average means those who have appeared in that particular exam, we will consider only those. So if let's say out of 352, only 350 appeared for the maths, 2 did not appear, these 2 children cannot be considered in the average.
Right, sir. Thank you so much.
Kriti Jus, please ask your question.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I have a query. Maybe I didn't understand what you have told. I just want to again ask. I have only 5 subjects. I do not have any other 6 or 7 subjects.
Right.
I just want to know Marathi and French. I have 4 second languages. In second language, I have 4 subjects: Hindi, Sanskrit, Marathi, and French. So, do I need to calculate Marathi and French according to the Dharmadhikari sir's message that best 3 we have to choose? And
Exactly. Exactly. See, it's very clear. The reference score, if it is given, refer to that. If
okay,
given, you calculate out of the best 3.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And this best 3 is not a reference score. This best 3 is an actual score of that particular child for this exam.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Right? Okay. Anyone else wants to ask a question? I'm not able to see everyone though, so let me check quickly. Amrita ma'am, and those who have asked the question, please lower your hand so that I don't get confused. Amrita, ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Again, related to the second language only. Since you are saying for Marathi, we'll be taking best of 3. What will be the broad distribution? One thing. And again, from Hindi being the second language for which we have got the references, we'll have to minus the Marathi students from that, and we'll have to calculate the number of students fitting in the broad distribution given by the board.
You're talking about the bracket of, where the children are being made to fit. 20,
yes, sir.
40.
Yes.
See, when we are calculating that, when we do not have a reference here to and it is not given in form of the box, you don't need to fit those children in the box anymore. For Marathi, for example, if there is no reference here, no reference data, don't try to create the reference data.
So then the overall percentage, will it not match with the percentage that has given?
We will talk about that. When it practically happens, we will see to that, because, the overall percentage will not cross when you take the best of 3 taken together. It will not cross ideally. But if it does, how to moderate that, we will see that a little bit later on. Okay.
Okay.
So now, what we need to do over here, the first thing that we need to do is, after we get the reference here, for example, 2018 is my reference here. What we will do is, I will show you, again, I'm going to YouTube link which I close.
अरे यार थोड़ी देर के लिए आना है यार, थोड़ी देर के लिए रखो ना इसको, मैं बोल रही हूँ मैं वेबिनार अटेंड कर रही हूँ.
Yeah, I'll mute everyone back. Now, you see what's am I audible?
You are audible, sir.
Right. Okay. So what I was telling is, this is the data of all the subjects of 122 kids. English, Hindi, Math, Science, SST average, and IT taken together. Now what we do is we make sheets like this: pre-midterm, midterm, post-midterm, prelim 1, prelim 2. And if you have conducted any other assessment, you can put those in the tabs as well. So pre-mid, mid, post-mid, prelim, prelim 2. I would recommend you color code your cells like this. For example, English is yellow, Hindi is blue, Maths green, Science purple, and something like pink, the social studies. So what will happen is when you try to work with the data, it will be helpful for you. So midterm, pre-midterm, midterm, post-mid, what we are doing now, we are converting this score out of 10. So English, the exam might have been conducted in 80. For your school, it may be in 50 or 40. It doesn't matter. Whatever full marks was there, this is the score of that full marks. And this is the score converted out of 10. How? This divided by 80 into 10. So you see clear way that 8 comes over here. In the midterm, the same thing is applicable. The only thing, if we convert it out of 30. So 72 is the score out of 80, means 72 divided by 80 into 30. So this is the weightage of 30. So for each subject, what we are doing, the actual score of the child in that exam and the weightage as board has recommended us, that pre-midterm or unit tests out of 10, post-midterm, midterm out of 30, and post-mid or pre-board out of 40. So again, 64 converted out of 40. So that is 64 divided by 80 into 40. So for all subjects, take this calculation like this. One is the original marks, one is the weightage that the board has asked you to put, right? So these are the sheets that you are preparing. You can keep 2 more sheets ready. For example, this is the prelim 1, prelim 2. You can convert these sheets also. For example, because I took this session in a hurry, I didn't get enough time to get these converted also, but we can very well convert this. For example, this 73. How we will convert is equal to, we can easily put in a sort of a sheet over here within this. Sorry. So is equal to 73 out of 80 multiplied by, what is the weightage? Let's say we are taking 40 is the weightage. So 40. So that means 36.5. Now, when you get 36.5, you need to round it up to the nearest average. So you see over here, these are the decimal places. You just make sure that you reduce the decimals. So it's converted into the nearest whole number. So 73 means 40 out of 40 weightage is 37. So you can insert a cell like this over here. Another cell can be inserted in between and convert just like the way I have done in this post midterm. Right? So this is how the data is. Now we will go to the board result data. Now this is all dummy data, right? So this is all dummy data. So what we are doing right now, let's see, English, Hindi, Math, Science, all these now, what we have done is we have taken this as a board data. How? 10% of pre-mid, 30% of mid, and 40% or 40 marks of rather pre-board. Now how to calculate this formula? I'll show you the way to do it. Look at this sheet, formula at the top. What you have done, you have just added the sum. For example, you put equal to sign over here, sum, bracket open, go to sheet 1 and take the marks out of 10, put a comma, come to the next sheet, midterm, select the marks out of 30, put a comma, come to the next sheet, post midterm, take the marks out of 40 for the same subject, that is yellow coded, and close the bracket and hit enter. You see, the score has come up over here. So this is approximated. 65.88. So it's calculated at 66. So why is it coming 67 now? Why not 66? Because here I have already approximated it. Here, if I see the approximation, I have already approximated it. So that's the reason it is coming like that. Otherwise, it would have been 66 only. So don't need to worry about this thing. Just reduce it to the nearest whole number. And all these sheets, you go to the board result sheet and you get that score of 67, which is 10 marks from pre-mid, 30 marks from midterm, and 40 marks from the pre-board. For, whatever I did for this particular child, Astha Madwane, for example, I will do it for everyone. I will do it for everyone for every subject. And you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to do it individually. You just need to drag. In Excel, you just drag it, the score will automatically come. You do it for one cell and drag it down. So here, you don't need to calculate individually the way I showed. Just put the formula, hold this bottom part and drag it down. It will give you the entire score. Now, is it clear till here? Let me just pause and ask, because here I have showed you an Excel formula which you need to use to bring that 10 marks, 30 marks and 40 marks weightage of the 3 exams, taking 3 different sheets. Is it clear? Participants, if it is clear, please put it in the chat box. I just want to see if it's clear to everyone. Please write clear. Please write clear if it's clear to everyone. Wonderful, wonderful. Great. So now you see, it's such an easy thing. Now I brought everything on this board result data, right? Now, when I brought everything in the board result data, one thing remains, IT. How to calculate that? Please copy the formula. I'll put this formula in your, chat box. In your chat box, copy it, and whenever you're preparing it, see the formula, prepare it according to that. I put it in the. Sorry, I just make it for everyone. See, I've shared now the average formula, how to bring the best score. Yeah, I just shared the formula, how to bring the top 3. You see, average of large between C5 to G5. C is this column and G is this column. So all the 5 subjects, what we're doing, large of C, large of bracket open, C5 colon G5, comma, and 1, 2, 3 means serial order 1, serial order 2, and serial order 3. Bracket close, bracket close, bracket close. So all these 3 things I have shown in the formula. When you do it, it will automatically pick the top 3 scores from this sheet and calculate the average of 3. So your IT score or Marathi score can be calculated very easily using this formula, right? Just in case it's difficult for those who have not worked with Excel earlier, copy this formula. The recording will be there on YouTube. Watch the recording and you will be understanding what I have done. Now see what I have done over here. Now, for each of these cells, I have brought down the average. So the yellow average is the actual average of this particular year. So for example, this one was, now I'll use another chart, which is a smaller chart, shorter chart for us to make it easy. I have taken now only 20 kids. Instead of that 122 that I showed you earlier, I will just do it with 20 kids now and show how it is working. So see, this is the board result. We have taken the same formula over here. You see the same formula, everything you see was same. Now we have brought down the average of English. It comes to 67. Average of Hindi comes to 67.66 and so on. So these are the averages of this particular year. And this is the gross average of 2021. So these are the average scores. Now, here I have put the reference year score just under that. 65.27 was the reference year score. Let's say for English. For Hindi, it was, let's say, 71.41. For maths, 55.61. Science, 55.38. SST, 60.72. And the gross average was 61.67. I told you, remember, 61.67. See, this is the gross average. So this was the permitted score. So now I have written it just under my real average. Whatever is the average of my board exam this year, taking into account the 10 marks weightage of unit test, 30 marks weightage of midterm, and 40 marks weightage of post midterm or pre-board, that average I have found out and put under it my target average. Now what I will do is I will see the difference. How much is my score different from my target score? 67 is my real score this year. My target is 65.27. 2.14 is the difference score. Here 3 point, and it is what? My target is more. So I actually have to reduce my average by 2.14 marks average. So this is the reduction. Minus means I have to reduce here. Now here you see my average in Hindi has come to 67.6766. My target average is 71.41, which is higher. So I need to increase my average by 3.75. And the same thing is applicable for all other subjects. I will see I need to increase or I need to decrease. So intentionally in this dummy data, I have kept one score where I need to, increase my score, and all other I have kept to decrease. And this is, this is the average. So here average, how we are doing it? This average we are calculating straight away by deducting this one from this one. Now what we are doing, we are now finding out what is the marks difference when it is coming to this 2.14 in the average. So if I'm talking about 2.14 in the average, my marks need to be adjusted in English is 42.72 marks needs to be reduced. So if I make it as a round figure, so let's make it as a round figure. I need to reduce my overall score of English, whatever this is there, the addition of all these scores together, I need to reduce it by only 43 marks. Only 43 marks. If I reduce by 43 marks, what will happen? My average will match with this average, 65.27. Similarly, I need to increase my marks by 3.75 in the average, means 3.75 multiplied by 22 students. So for 20 kids, if for each kid we increase 3.75, then only the average will be impacted. हर एक बच्चे के लिए average में अगर हम लोग बढ़ाएंगे, then only it will be impacting the average, right? So for each kid, if we increase 3.75, then for 20 kids, average is 75.075. So again, we will make it a round figure, 75. So you see now, I'm getting two different things. I am not covering these three because the same rule is applicable. If I talk too much, you will get confused. So I'll take only two cases. One is I need to decrease. The other one, I need to increase. What will I do over here? Now, keep this aside. I hope this is clear to everyone that how much in the average is the difference and how much marks is making that difference in the average. Khyati ma'am, you have raised the hand. I'll ask you to unmute. Yeah, please.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I did not understand how you got the marks below the difference of average.
Which one? This one? Blue?
Yes, sir, the blue line.
Yes, blue, what we have done, I'll just, omit this and show you. Is it clear till here?
Yes, sir.
This year's average? This
yes, sir.
Average, this is the difference. Now what we do is, how many students are appearing? See, the total number of students are 20. I'm taking just a demo data. It can be 100 or anything. So 20 is the number for this data, right? So what we have done is, we have multiplies this with 20 kids, because to impact 2.14 in the average, this score has to be reduced for all 20 kids taken together, right? Then only the average will be impacted. So here I have seen now 43 marks from entire this column has to be reduced if I want to match my average to the target here. The same thing is done with everything like this. Here, see in the total, for example, 170 marks needs to be reduced from all the subjects taken together. Then only we can match the average of 61. Now we will go to something different. What is that? We'll go to this box. Why this box is there? Understand this. This box is there for you to understand, to match this particular target of mathematics, or let's say for English. This is a hypothetical data. Do not try to match the numbers point by point. So this is the English. Under 26, how many are there? 0. 26 to 40, how many are there? See, 2.7. 2.7%. 2.7% of the total population. So what is 2.7% of the population? Let's say we are assuming it is 1. How is it coming? 2.7 divided by 100 multiplied by your total strength is 20. So 2.7 out of 100 multiplied by 20 is 0.54, and 0.54 is a decimal figure which is above 0.5. So when we want to round it up, it comes to 1. So this is how this 1 has been put over here. Same rule is applicable. Now you see this house, 26 to 40, how many kids are there? 1. Now when you go to the data, actual data, you want to check how many kids are there in total. So I'll go to the actual data now, board result. And here I will see how many kids are there for in that range. So what we do is conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and you go into the between, So I'll show the link again. You highlight that column, select the column, go to the top of Excel, go to conditional formatting, highlight the cell rules, and you go between. Let's say I'll take a different range now because there's no one in 26 to 40. So I say I'll take from 41 to 50. And it said red, light red fill when dark red text. Okay. So I click OK. Now you see there's not a single student over here in that range. So nothing is highlighted. Now what I'll do is I'll again select the range. I'll select the range again, conditional formatting, highlight rules, go to between, and now you go for something different. Let's say 61 to 70. Click on OK. Now you see whenever you clicked on OK, you see this average, this part you can ignore because this will not be there in the original data. So you see how many children have got in that range, you will get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this score gets highlighted in front of you. You can easily count and put the number and find out how many children are there in that range. So here to fill up this box, sorry, where is the box? This box, you can use the formula that I showed to find out what is the number of children and put that accordingly. Now what I'll do over here, I'll come to the question. Those who have raised hands, I'll come to the question. Let me explain this part. Otherwise people will be confused. So what I'll do here is, for example, in English, I find the target was 1, but in my actual score, it is a 0. It is a 0. So what I'll do is I'll now try to see which child I can bring in that range. Which child I'll bring in that range. Here the result committee will sit together. and go and analyze the score and see which student out of these total list of students is actually, of that particular level, who was not performing well. All of a sudden in this online mode, they have taken the support of online, Google or something, and scored high. So here, depending on the score of the child in any of these assessments, pre-midterm, midterm, post-midterm, prelim 1, prelim 2, or you can take the reference of a project that you have given, viva voce, questions that you've asked in the class. You have to have an objective parameter, whatever it be. If it is not happening within these three test ranges, for example, in pre-mid, mid, and post-mid, by looking at these scores, you cannot reduce the score of a particular child. You can go to any other assessment method and see which child it can be, whose score you can bring to this box. Now, the question of fairness comes. Is it fair to do it? If a child has really studied hard and he has not, he was not supposed to get below 26 anyway, is it, compulsory that we fit one in? Yes, it's still compulsory. Why? Because that is the way the rule has been designed. And trust me, the online examinations that you have taken, the data is skewed. What is the data skewed? Because, the exam, the first thing that CBSE told very clearly is that if the assessment you are considering, that has to be valid and that has to be reliable. What is validity and reliability? I already explained in one of the videos, you must have seen it. I'm not going into detail of that, but understand validity is something that will differentiate, a very good student from a mediocre student, and a mediocre student from a student who is in a, approaching or struggling level. So if your assessment is not able to distinguish between the toppers and someone who is approaching the subject concepts, then your result, the assessment is not a reliable assessment. And if there is no consistency of the result with the child's past performance, that's also not a reliable. Is repeatability. A child was like this throughout his career, throughout his schooling days. Class 1, class 9, the child was failing. You give one online option, the child has scored, out of 80, got 65 or 70. It's something that needs to be taken note of. It cannot happen. Law of average is there. We may argue that it is not like that. The child would have studied very nicely or has studied nicely, could have scored higher. It will not hold true, because the real fact is we are taking the average of the best 3 years, the last 3 years, which is the best one, and the score like that is bound to happen. Now here I will pause because I'm pretty sure many of you will have questions regarding morality of the thing. Is it moral? Is it okay? Yes, it is okay, because you do not know how the child has scored that marks that you are showing on the sheets, because it was online. The child was not proctored. The examination was not invigilated. Child had the disposal of referring to a book or Google. So the score that the child has got is not a reliable or a valid score. You have to take into account his score and performance in the previous classes, or if you want to check right now, there is a way to do it. CBSE has left the door open for that also. If CBSE says now you really cannot do anything about it, conduct another assessment. You tell the child that I will take an assessment. You give some time. The time was already given. Till 15th was the time. Remember that till 15th you can take an assessment. And Sanyam Bharadwaj sir said on that day very clearly that you need not strictly abide by the deadlines. You try to match it as far as practicable. So if you still need a few days more, give children a few days time. Tell the children to come on a Zoom meet, face to face. Let them explain the answers they are given in the previous exam, and you will find out how many of them cannot really explain the answer that they have written. They have copied and pasted from Google. So here, it's very clear that you can actually make it happen by going for a viva voce. You can take an assessment in terms of a project like the art integrated project. You can take into consideration the performance of the child in class 9 also. Now I'll pause over here and give chances for you to ask the questions. Who wants to ask first? Those who have already asked, I would recommend I'll stop the sharing for a moment. so that I can see everyone. And now you ask me the question. Sangeeta ma'am is raising the hand. I'll ask Sangeeta ma'am now. Sangeeta Kapoor, please ask.
Yeah, good evening, sir. I have two questions. One is one child of ours in 2020, the reference year, what has given to us, had not given the board written exam because of the health issue. The child was admitted in the hospital, but that child has been counted for the reference year below 26. So in that case means forcefully I have to place one child of this year below 26. So is there a solution for that?
No. Let me make you understand this. The child who did not appear in the exam, he did not appear in any of the exams, unit test.
Internals were submitted for that child, but the written exam, final board exam was not given because the child was not able to give.
No, ma'am. First understand this thing. Final board exam means there are 3 exams we are referring to. One is the public test one, which
Sir,
is.
I'm talking about the reference year. Sorry to interrupt.
No. Reference year, when you're talking about, reference year is a past year, right?
Yes.
So past year, you find there is only one, in that range of below 26.
Yes.
Right. So now you see, just because the child has not given the exam, you are making that child fit in that minus, below 26 range. That's what.
Yes. Yes.
But here, the result committee, they need to understand that this child who has not appeared in the examination because of illness, is it justified to put that child in the below 26 bracket?
No.
Performance of the child in the class.
Right.
Was the performance of the child in class 9th? Was it enough?
Yes.
So in that case, it's recommended you do not put that particular child who might be a very good child, miss the exam in below 26 bracket. Below 26 bracket is for those kids whom you are sure that they were struggling. They are not able to, get good marks, but in somehow they have got good marks in this online platform.
So I can justify in the rational document, right?
Absolutely. You have to justify in the rational document.
Sir, I have one more question. In the CWSN category where the students are dropping the subject, you sometime back have mentioned that we have to calculate the average separately. But we were checking the reference years data, what has been provided by CBSE. In that, the dropped out subject means the change of subject what is taken. Suppose, for example, one child has dropped social science, has taken computer application. So the average of computer application is considered in social science. So do we have to do that for 21 this year, current year also?
The computer application that you're talking about, you're mixing up 2 things. One is the reference year, the other is this year. In the reference year, you have a social science reference, right?
Yes.
And this year, the child who is not appearing in that particular assessment, that is the social science, you are not awarding a marks for social science to that child.
No, sir, let me just explain. Sorry to interrupt again. What we have done when the CBSE has given us the reference year data, we have gone back to our details of the records, what we had, and we have matched that how the calculation has been done so that we can do on the similar lines 2021 also. So we have seen that those students in reference year who have dropped the subject and have opted for another one. So like the social science was dropped and a computer application was taken, the computer application is considered with social science. So do we have to do the calculation in the similar manner for 2021?
No, in 2021, if you are considering that, computer applications you are replacing in place of social science.
Right.
Right now, what you are supposed to do, the first thing that you're supposed to do is social science has a box. In those who have appeared in social science, you're going to put those children.
Right.
This computer application child is not a child of this social science group at all.
Absolutely.
And the examination that you have conducted in the school level for computer application, are we considering that in the board exam?
Yes, sir.
No, because that's a additional subject. So we are doing what over here? We are taking the best 3 average, right?
But that is not the additional. The child, because of the CWSN category, has dropped a subject and has opted for another one.
Yes, that's given in the circular.
Right.
I'll show what exactly the circular is. I'll share the screen again. We'll scroll down a little bit. We'll get that other subject heading.
Right, sir.
Yeah. In case a student has offered different subjects other than the 5 major ones. So you know what are the 5 major ones, right?
Yes, sir.
Very clearly written over here: painting, music, etc. Or of more than 5 subjects. So this is the rule. If the child has taken more than 5 subjects and also offered a different subject which is not in the 5 subjects, the mean marks of the best 3 subjects out of maximum allotted marks after conversion, in case of maximum marks are other than 80, may be awarded in these subjects. So it's very clearly mentioned over here that if the child has taken any other subject apart from the 5 major subjects, this rule is applicable. I hope it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah. Thank you.
Fine. A lot of hands are up. I'll try to give chance. Vrinda, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Thank you. I actually have 2 questions. For every subject, we do have a chance to increase or decrease +2 or -2 marks. That is what my understanding is. But definitely every school or every teacher for that matter will try to take advantage of that. And come to think of it, 5 2s are 10 plus marks maybe in average will be added. But at the same time, do we have to stick to the total average which has been given for the reference year? This is my question number 1.
Right.
And then my second question is, can we change the number of students which are given in the range? For example, in my reference year, number of students below 26, let us say, for example, if it has 1 student or 2 students, and the students, those who are in the range of 71 to 80, those students are, let us say, for example, 5. But then I do understand that this particular batch, I may have 7 students. So can we change that and adjust in the average this?
Yeah, I'll tell you the answer, what exactly this is, right? The first question was what? You asked about? I just missed out the first one. Remind me. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Sir, +2 and -2.
Yeah,
The board. Yeah.
Yeah, wait. I got it. Yeah. Otherwise I'll forget. +2, -2. If there is a subject where there is, individual subject averages can vary +2 and -2. Why is it given like that? You understand one thing. You are telling your child you can move around anywhere in the house, but not leave the main door. So your child is protected, right? So you tell you go in the drawing room, you go to the bedroom, doesn't matter, but you're not supposed to go out of the main door. That's what the ceiling is. The ceiling of that average for all the 5 subjects taken together fixed. No matter how much you manipulate between the internal subjects, +2, -2, you cannot, go wrong anywhere. If in one subject you are increasing by +2, in another subject you will be compelled to reduce by -2. That is the way it is. Otherwise, it will not work out. The second part of the question was, what happens if we do not fit a child in a particular box? Let's assume our score is 66 is the average. Now, what a school decides to do, that 66 is the average, I'll not follow the box. Every child I'll give 66. Possible? All the children 66 gross. If that is done, the box is not taken into account. Every child you give 66 marks. For example, English 66 is the average. You make everyone 66. Maths 55 is the average. You make everyone 55. So when you do that, this is not a distribution of data. A distribution of data has to be where some will be above average, some will be below average. Then the data is called a real data. When you are doing a data like that, where it is not following the real data rule, you have put everyone in the middle of it. The middle part is fat. There is no tail. There is no head. Then what happens? The data is called uneven data. So this uneven data is not supposed to be there. So it's important to fit everyone. Yes.
Sir, my question was a little bit different about the range. For example, as I said, if I have in the reference year, let us say 5 students, those who are coming into the 71 to 80 category, but this year I want to put 7 children over there instead of 5. So do I have to stick to the reference year student distribution? Because the number of students, there are 2 aspects to that. Number of students appearing in the reference year to number of students appearing this year, the data varies student wise. Again, what I understand from statistical calculation, that mean average, the students, those who are coming in the average number, that does not vary much. But the number of students, those who are, let us say, we call them gifted students, may be increased or decreased, or those students, those who are little, let us say, struggling students, again may be different. So when we talk about differential classroom, so in that case, instead, if I want to put 7 children instead of 5, that means I want to increase 2 students in the higher category by reducing some students in the lower category. Can I do that?
That's not allowed in the circular. It's not mentioned in the circular that you can do it. It's mentioned clearly over there that whatever data they have given, we need to abide by it.
Okay.
If by chance it is happening like that, then the school can include that in the rational document and put that data and see if the software, because the software will be accepting it or not accepting it. Remember?
Yes.
So the software has been made in such a way that it's an error proof. So if there is something that is not to be accepted, the software will not accept it. So you can try doing it. If it accepts, fine. If it doesn't accept, then you have to refer to the circular only, that it has not had any sort of variation.
This I took the reference from the webinar conducted by Bharadwaj sir. He said you can do a little bit variation if
Right.
you really genuinely feel that some students are deserving.
Absolutely. So
But definitely, if the software does not accept, then again I will have to go back.
absolutely. See, whatever the thing is, try to match to the data given. If there is, it's not happening at all, put that in the rational document, try to upload it. It takes the data, wonderful. It does not take data, come back, make the changes. As simple
Okay. Yeah. So one more question, if I may ask, it is related with basic mathematics. In the reference year, we did not have basic mathematics students, but this year we do have. That is one thing. Second thing, we discussed about not conducting basic mathematics paper for internal assessment, but we did conduct basic mathematics paper for pre-board examination. So somewhere there is
it was not supposed to be done because board has made it very clear in the circulars that no differentiation has to be made at the school level when the exam is being conducted. So even if you have conducted, it doesn't matter. If you have set a paper which was at a lower level, it does not matter. But what you need to do is the average score, as I showed, for basic and maths, standard maths taken together, that is the formula to be used. You have to bring it to one single score.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now I'll give the chance to Piyush Vatsa. Sangeeta ma'am, if your question is answered, you can lower your hand. Those who have answered the questions, you lower the hands. Piyush, sir. Piyush?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
good evening.
So my question is, this is our first time, our school participating first time, only
Okay.
3 students is there.
Right.
So how can I adjust in moderation to rules?
It's very clearly told. You have got a reference data anyway, right? Which is the reference data of the district.
Yes, sir, I have received.
Right. So if you have received the data, your data has to match with that reference data. Whatever exam you have conducted, I just showed you the Excel calculation.
No. My question is, I have only 3 students. So
Only 3 students.
Below 20, yeah. So how can I adjust?
No. In that case, they have given you the box also, right?
Yeah, I have received.
In the box, they have given a percentage.
Yes, sir.
So the same percentage you need to do out of 3 also. The calculation that I showed out of 20, the same calculation you will do out of 3.
But
If you feel the problem is, the but comes only when you feel that this is not justified. In the sense, my children were better than what the data has been given to me. You can make the 3 children appear in the board exam when the situation will be corrected. But as of now, you have to follow the circular.
okay, sir. So Once more question, sir.
Yeah.
I have total average subject mean by, I have a total 68%. And then I have received a mean 58. How can I adjust?
Your total target is what? Target mean is what?
Target mean is 58.8.
Right. And your present examination mean is 68, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that I'll come to. I'll answer that. Lower your hand. That is what we are doing. That is the moderation part, which we are going to go now into moderation.
Yes, sir.
So anyone, please understand this. The things that I have already covered, please do not ask questions on that. Otherwise, we'll lose time. I have already covered about basic and standard maths, Marathi. I have talked about the policy of the board. Do not question the policy of the board. How is it happening like this? Why not 5 years? Why I have to follow the district average? So these questions are not relevant because whatever is given in the circular, you need to abide by the rules. The session for today is more about how to make it happen, how the moderation is going to happen, how to reduce the marks. That is the thing. I'll quickly check the chat box. In fact, a lot of questions are being put on the chat box. 400 people attending. I cannot answer everyone, but I'll try to see. See these external result committee members. Okay, I'll come to that point later on. How the feasibility of the lockdown and all these things will answer later. Ganesh Tharate asking to allow. I'm not able to see you, Ganesh sir, on the screen. That's the reason I'm not able to give you the. Just 1 minute. Let me go into the gallery view. Everyone has raised hand. I'll see where Ganesh sir is. Where is Ganesh sir? Okay, I'll unmute everyone. Ganesh sir, you can ask your question. I'll just give you the chance to unmute. Am I not the host right now? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ask.
Hello, hello, sir. Good evening. This is Ganesh. Datta, sir.
Mute.
Kindly others put yourself on mute so that the session is undisturbed. Yeah, please.
Datta, sir. Good evening. Very good evening. Sorry, there is a little bit technical problem with my video, so I'm not visible physically on the screen.
Okay.
Sir, I'm the principal of New Beginning, Aurangabad. Actually, I have a doubt regarding the skill-based subject, that is the 6th additional subject. Just recently, you have explained one of the participants about the 6th subject. But now here the bifurcation goes for skill-based subject that we have taken, that is information technology. And the bifurcation of marks is 50 plus 50, 50 theory and 50 practical. So
Right.
50 practical have already been sent to CBSE.
Right.
But actually in the circular, I couldn't find any sort of guidelines for these 50 marks for theory.
It has
So
already
same
been covered,
formulas
sir.
were
I told it already. Please understand this. I already covered this, that whenever IT subject or any other subject apart from the 5 major, the best average of the best 3 subjects to be taken and that marks to be awarded. And if it is a score out of 80, that has to be converted into 50. That's it.
That is to be converted into 50. That is only, sir.
That's it. Right.
Fine.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I just wanted to have one clarification regarding the answer that you gave for the children with benchmark disabilities. Sir, that point what you showed, just above that, the point number 20 is about candidates with benchmark disabilities. If you could just explain, I think I will also have a clarification.
I'll come to that point. I'll just, in the meantime, first finish off something that I wanted to show, because there are still around 400 people. I cannot answer every query individually, but I'll cover something that is, again, very, very important, the moderation part.
Actually, point number 20 is about benchmark disability.
Yeah, I'll come to that. Just give me a moment.
Good evening, Dr. Datta. If I may ask 2 queries.
Yeah, I'll give the session open, make the session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
After I cover a part of this, the part that is very, very important regarding the moderation, which you need to know. So I'll go to this moderation sheet. I'll share the screen and go to the moderation sheet. Just give me a moment. See, this was the box. We already answered the box question. Now you see how to moderate. How to moderate is we need to reduce 43 marks from this English, right? So how to go for the 43? There is a calculation given over here. Understand this. Each 10 marks in the pre-board, you reduce for a particular child, it ends up in reduction of 5 marks in the final. Each 10 marks you reduce in the midterm, it reduces 4 marks in the finals. And each 10 marks you reduce in pre-midterm, it ends up reduction of 1 mark in the final. What do I mean by that? I'll go to this particular child's score. 61 is the final score of this particular child. So I'll go to the pre-midterm first. In pre-midterm, this is the score of the child in English, 60. I reduce 10 marks, only 1 mark in the final will be reduced. So see the final score again. The final score was 61, right? So pre-midterm, I make it 50 now. See, the moment I make it 50, it becomes 6 over here. And it becomes 60 over here. 1 marks got reduced. The moment I reduce 10 marks from this 60, if I make it again, if I make it 60, what will happen? If I go to the board result, it has become 61. Similarly, in the midterm, if I reduce 10 marks or add 10 marks, it will impact 4 marks in the total. So I make it 60 now, reduced by 10 marks. Go to the board sheet, you see, it has been reduced by this much. Right? What is it? By 4 marks. It has been reduced by 4 marks. So you add midterm now, again 10 marks. 70 you make it. Coming up to 61. Similarly, in the post midterm, if the score is 55, out of 40, it's 28. So let's make it 65. It increases by 5 marks, you saw. And you go to the total, you see it has again increased by 5 marks. So every 10 marks you vary in pre-board, it ends up in reduction of 5 marks in the final. Midterm, 10 marks where you do, 4 marks in the final will be affected. And unit test or pre-made, you vary 10 marks, 1 marks in the final will be affected. Is this clear to everyone? And if you do it by 5 marks, here it will be 2 and 2. Difference will be out of 2. So here now, see what I'm going to do is, I'm going to end up this 48. So what I have to do is reduce 48 marks in total. So 48 means I'll take a few of this 5 mark score. So let's go to the post midterm. Post midterm, I have to reduce 5 9s are 45. I will make changes in the score of 9 children to reduce the score by 48. So let's go to post midterm. 9 children I'll catch hold of. I'll reduce by 10 marks. I'll make it 65. I'll make it 61. I'll make this 49, 3. Fourth child, I'll make it 61. Fifth child, I'll make it 57. Sixth child, I'll make it 62. Seventh child, 71, I'll make it 61. Eighth child, it's 65, I'll make it 55. And ninth child, 72, I'll make it 62. Let's go to the board result. Now you see the difference. How much? -3. Now to make this -3, I go to the pre-midterm. I told 10 marks reduction over here will affect 1 marks, right? So I'll make it 62. I'll make it 65. I'll make it 64. The moment I change this data, you come here and you see the score has been adjusted. 1 mark is the difference only. So now you see, by the help of a table like this, you can try the permutation combination. The only thing which you need to do is select which children you will reduce, and in the logical document, you have to document why. That is the only thing that you need to do. at your level. If this data, the sheet that I prepared, if you use this type of sheet, what will happen is your permutation combination becomes so easy. You will vary 10 marks in the pre-board, 5 marks in the total will affect, 10 marks in midterm, 4 marks in the finals will affect, 10 marks in the pre-midterm, 1 mark in the final will affect. Now, if you say that I don't want to take the score of pre-board, I want to take some other score, you are free to do that. So this is the moderation process which I wanted to recommend for each one of you. Have a sheet like this where you can choose the child, reduce the data based on this particular working. 10 marks will be equal for everyone. 10 marks you reduce, 5 marks will be affected, 10 marks in midterm will affect 4 marks, and 10 marks in pre-mid will affect 1 mark. So I hope it is now clear. I'll stop the sharing now because the moderation is done. The moderation is done. Now you can ask me the questions, but please, I would request, because there are so many people, do not ask questions that I have already answered. Something that has to do with, do not ask questions like how to fit in a child, he's not getting in that bracket, how to fit in a child if the child is not going in that bracket. You have to take the call along with the teachers. Now let's give the chance for people to ask questions. So my part of showing is done. I'll now only answer the queries. So I'll unmute people now. You can unmute yourself, but do not make too much noise.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please.
What is about plus and minus 2?
One at a time, please.
Sir, plus and minus 2.
I've been waiting.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, please. Who is this? I'll give the lady the chance.
Sir, may I ask Ashwini Kulkarni, sir?
Please be visible.
Sir, may I ask,
That's the reason I told that if you're not visible, it's difficult for me to allow you to give up. Please make yourself visible.
Sir, Sangeeta miss. Sir, Ashwini Kulkarni, sir.
All right, Ashwini ma'am. Ashwini ma'am, go ahead. Please.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Good evening to you, sir. Sir, I had last year, I had 2 children in basic, and they were weak children, and they got marks less than 40. So this year, when I got that as a reference year, my 100% comes in less than 40.
I cannot hear you. There's too much background noise. Whoever it is, please mute yourself.
So this year...
Wait, ma'am. Please wait. Ma'am, please wait for a moment. Let me mute everyone else. Let me mute others. If others, please reduce your background noise. I can keep the session open. Otherwise, it becomes so difficult when people are shouting different things on phone. Yeah, please, ma'am, go ahead if you're able to unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, in my reference here, sir, thank you, sir. So in my reference year, which was last year, I had 2 children in basic maths, and they were weaklings, and so they fell into the category of 26 to 40. So when I got that this year, the boxes when I got, it showed 100% between 26 to 40, because both the 2 children were there. Now this year I have 8 children in basic maths, out of which 1 is a brilliant child. All through the year, she has been getting 10%. And now also, after all the calculations also, she is 80 on 80. So she goes into the highest category. Then I have 1 child in between 50 to 60. And the remaining 6 children are between 40 to 50. Now, my boxes are going completely haywire because of my last year's batch where 2 children were in 40 to 26 bracket. So how do I fit in these children now?
This data that you're talking about, what I'll do is, you share with me your data later on. I'll keep my mobile number. I'll talk to you separately about this, because this is one of
right, sir.
One of a case. It's not concerned to majority of the school. So I'll talk to you separately about this.
Right, sir.
If you're in the group, I'll drop my mobile number, WhatsApp number. We can connect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
Good
you, sir.
evening, sir. This is Nutan
Good
Mishra.
evening, sir. One doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, we can moderate the marks in any exams? Yeah, only one exams, because we have already done. I have already made the Excel sheet, and same thing. Jo sir आपने बताया, same thing I was done. But one problem, we just make the one column moderate marks, and in that we are feeding the marks according to the board rule. Okay, sir. But where to we just moderate one exams or all exams?
No, you can see your idea is to bring the target score, right?
Sir.
Bringing it to the target score, you moderate one exam or all the exam, it doesn't matter. It is the prerogative. You can do it for all, you can do it for one also. It depends on result committee's decision.
Okay, sir. And we can give the reason also, na?
Absolutely. You have to give the reason. Understand one thing. All the principals who are raising the question, can I do this?
Good evening, Swarup sir. Students, those who are getting less than 26, will be considered as passed, or whether IT subject will be taken into consideration?
Understand one thing, the students
Because of the
who got,
range that we got from board based on
this is one thing that you have to understand. 26 scores out of 80. So when you are giving the score out of 80, if a child gets, 16 you have given the child in the internal assessment.
Suppose
So
25.
16 you have given in the internal assessment, and here the child gets 17, the child will still pass, right?
But sir, there was a circular, if you remember, this year 26 is passing out of 80 was mandatory. Is it applicable in this year?
No. It was very clearly told that internal and taken together, it has to be 33%.
Good evening,
Okay,
Dr.
sir,
Datta.
because- Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good
So
evening.
two queries I had. One was that, when we are having, the board has given the reference year and the percentage of students within a particular bracket. Now, this is keeping in mind that at that time, the number was, let's say 200. Now I have 350 students. So based on the percentage, if I'm calculating, it is coming to, let's say, around 1.2. So 1.2 students means we keep it as one student. Similarly, if it is coming to 2.7, that means I'm keeping as 3 students. Now, when we are doing this, the number is coming to be 351 instead of 350. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Now what is happening is 351 is coming instead of 350, right? So it will actually not come more, it will actually come less, I think. Because it will, if you fit in the box, you will find after fitting approximation, you have added somewhere, subtracted somewhere the decimal point. So you will end up with one odd child who is out of place. So you can put that odd child anywhere.
Okay, thank you so much. And second query is that when we are tweaking marks of each individual child, that means in the rationale document, we need to mention the name of the child and the marks that we have tweaked and in which exam. Is that it?
See, when you are doing things exclusively for a particular child, then it has to be properly documented, mentioning the name of the child. If it's a general rule that you are following, then it's okay. But if you're doing it, let's say, whom you want to bring down or give higher marks, then those children's name and why it is being done, the result committee's decision, signature, signed by everyone, and reference score, how it was changed. Sorry, this actual score, how it was changed, that has to be clearly explained.
All right.
Sir,
Thank you so much.
good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Who is this?
Sir, George Joseph, sir.
George Joseph, sir. Yeah, please.
Sir, in the historical performance, the Marathi subject average is not given. Now we are told to add the marks of 3 main subjects, 3 best subjects. And actually, then the subject average of Marathi will be very less, which is an injustice to the students. Actually, the subject average of Marathi is very high in our school, 98%. But when we
understand one thing, here when we talk about the formula that board has decided, something that has been told to us to follow, if we question that rule, we will not reach anywhere.
Yeah, correct, sir.
Told very clearly, right?
Yeah, correct, sir.
So no one is going to listen to, rule is set. if in cricket you say like, why in a no ball a batsman is not given?
So we have just received a WhatsApp message from Dharmagadiyari sir.
Yeah, you have to tell that this is a very, unique year.
Yeah.
Why is it being done? Many of you will be wondering, why exactly is it done? Why not give the benefit to the children? Why slab has been given? Now, let me tell you, are you aware of a year called 0 year? Many times what happens that a particular year is declared as a 0 year. In that year, the exams are not conducted in this way. And whenever these children grow up, they go for any assessment or where the board exam marks will be taken into consideration, they will be grossly ignored. कि अच्छा वो year में तो कुछ नहीं हुआ था, lot में number दे दिया गया था. So type of ceiling has been kept so that these children do not suffer in future. These children will not be questioned कि आप लोग को वैसे ही free fund marks मिल गया था. There was an average that the board followed and the school followed. So whatever marks is given is as per of average. It's not an exception. So this not being an exception will prevent these children from future harassment. This board exam will be considered valid throughout their lives, which otherwise might have been gone in a different way.
Okay, when we are moderating the
simple
marks
question, sir.
and you were
Suppose
just
the
putting it
evidence
as
is
10 marks and all. Now, when we have conducted the test and the child score is on the pre-board paper, we have given as 50. Now we are moderating it to say 60 or say 40. Do we need to change those evidence? We need not to, right? Because it's just moderation. The
we need to change what? We need to
change
answer scripts. Are we supposed to change in answer scripts?
We have, that is what I am asking, madam. If you could just hold it for. Ma'am, sir, when you have done the moderation, you were deducting 10 marks for some, say, 10 students. Now their actual records will be showing those 10 marks, right? So we need not to make anything with the evidence because this is the part of moderation, right?
See, when you're doing a moderation,
yes, sir.
Objective evidence, let's say it is my child. I come and tell you why you reduced 10 marks from my child.
Yes, sir.
Will you
yes, sir. No, we can't tell anything, sir.
Whatever you're doing in the background, that is visible to the parents. Whatever the parent is doing, that is not visible. But what I am telling is, I am a child and I have appeared in the examinations, 3 exams. I know my score. I know my score in unit test. I know my score in midterm. I know my score in post-midterm. So based on information, I have already, if I've seen the CBSE circular, which is public, I will calculate my score and, I'll come to you and tell this is the score.
Yes, sir.
To get why I'm getting less. So this explanation should be there with the result committee that yes, your pre-board, midterm and unit test, despite these exams, the score being given to you, we had to match with the average policy of the board. Benefit of doubt and all these things cannot be given. So what we have done is we have also considered another assessment where you have scored less. That is the reason your score has gone down. So if you're reducing 10 marks from somewhere, make sure that you consider another result parameter where you are reducing the 10 marks. Are you getting the point what I'm telling?
Understood, sir. Now one more thing I had. Sir, there was mention about plus minus 2. That is about overall average and it's not about the individual student's mark. I think there is a lot of confusion about that.
No, plus minus 2 plus minus 2 is only applicable to the subject average of the subject. That's it.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a lot of misconfusion. You are bringing in a lot of clarity. Thank you so much.
Some people have made wrong videos where they have shown this plus minus 2 in the box of that 26 to 40 range there, which is not applicable. Some have shown this plus minus 2 somewhere else. It's not applicable. It's only applicable to of an individual subject. English, that's it.
Yes, sir. It was a confusing.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Because we have been trying to tell people, but now when it comes like this in the forum, I think people believe it more. Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, suppose average we have taken for main subjects, maths and science. Languages, can we go ahead with the best exam? Can we do two formats like this? And otherwise,
languages I've already told, ma'am, that English, if it's a subject, reference marks is given, you need to go by that. This
I'm talking about best of the exams, sir.
Please understand, I have already interpreted that data. Please listen carefully. I have already interpreted that part of the circular which says that if it is a Marathi subject, then we will do it. if it is not one of the subjects of the 5 main subjects, then we are going to do it. Nowhere else we are going to do that. So any subject which is not the main 5 subjects, and you know what are the main 5 subjects? Language 1, language 2, social, science, and maths. Apart from these, any subject, we go in that formula. And now for our region, Pune, Marathi subject, our regional director has given that message that it can be considered for Marathi also, but no other subject.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. One question actually. So we should follow the reference here and the subject-wise distribution of the marks also. Both also should follow.
Absolutely. In the reference year,
yes,
the score has to be exactly same. If reference year overall average is 66,
okay,
average has to be either 66 or below. Now understand one thing. They are giving you the ceiling. Not telling you that you cannot make it below that.
Okay.
If it is slightly below that average, that's okay, but you cannot cross it. And as far as individual subjects concerned, plus minus 2 in the average is allowed.
So to be tallied, the subject-wise distribution of marks also to be tallied. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So what about percentage 7 to 80?
Anyone else who wants to ask the question? Next question. Can ask.
Sir, I want to ask a question.
Sir, I want to ask one question.
What we tell to the children, please follow.
Sir, good evening. Shirish Chogle is here.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Sir, that we have made 3 results. One best, one average, and another is the weightage. Sir, so what happened? Our average result is matching with the final score. That is reference score. So which result can we final? Average?
Anything. It is your decision. Understand one thing. The board has given a lot of powers to the principal and the chairperson of the committee. So what you're doing is, whatever you're deciding, whether you take the best, whether you take the average, whether you take the average of 2 and then add to the best another one and add a third average, whatever, you need to do whatever that you feel feasible, you are allowed to do it. Understand?
Okay.
Whether you take the best of 3, whether you take average of 2, average of 3, it's your decision. Or you do any of these 3 tests, you consider a 4th assessment, that is also on you. Just because it is written pre-board, you may not take the pre-board at all. You think that there's a difference in score that is coming. If I consider the pre-board score, my average is not matching. So you keep aside that pre-board score. You go for a exam, you go for the project, you go for 9th standard, any score, that also you can take. Whatever suits you. The only thing is, discuss at length with the committee, keep a transparency, and remember only one thing. If the philosophy is remembered, you will be okay. The philosophy is what? Reliability and validity of the test.
Okay, sir.
I will argue for my...
Excuse me, sir.
Just let me finish.
Thank you.
Please let me finish.
I want to ask.
Please let me finish. Please do not overtalk. Then I have to raise my voice and it's really hurting. So I'll pause and give you the chance to ask questions. So what I was telling is, keep in mind the reliability of the test and the validity of the test. What does it mean? If I know my child is not so good and in the exam it has come 65% and the school reduces to 56 based on the performance of the child in other parameters or other assessments or even 9th standard, I will really not go and fight with the school, because I know if there is a challenge, my child cannot answer the questions like the way he done it online. So here, by taking that rationale into account, make sure that no good student suffers and no student who is a struggler by cheating in online has scored high marks. If you look for that, your other things will be taken into account. And if you want to verify, go for a Viva. That's the thing.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I want to ask one question.
Yeah, please ask.
Yes, sir. Actually, for mathematics, instead of PT2, we are considering PT3 as a middle term. So can we do that? Because in PT2, what is happening? Students have given the examination online. And
sir, I already answered this. I already answered this. Understand. Please hold on.
Okay.
I have already answered this, that you can take any assessment that you think is suitable. It depends on you.
Okay, sir.
Good evening,
Hello.
sir.
Okay, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Take an exam.
Can I
answer.
ask one sir, in English, sir, for English, we are having code 184 and the reference average bracket, they have not given for English, that is below 26 to 40, they have not given us. They have given us for English commerce, that is 101. So what shall we take this bracket?
I didn't understand your question.
Sir, we are having English, our code is 184.
English language and literature.
Yeah, and they have given us the overall average 62. But they have not given us the bracket that is below 26 or between 26 to 40 or 40 to 50. This bracket they have not given us.
Achha, if they have not given us,
They have-
just follow. If that bracket has not been given, you can raise this query. Someone's microphone is really bad. I'll put everyone on mute again.
Sir, you're not audible. Not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So what I was telling is, if that bracket or box is not being given, you can follow that reference marks as of now without following the box. See that the average is same and send a mail to the regional office through your city coordinator. If there is something that is wrong, which you think needs correction, the box is not provided, you can raise the query through the city coordinator and it goes to the regional office. They will take care of it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's clear.
Excuse me, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Just
sir.
one
Good
query,
evening,
please.
sir. Can I ask
have
a question, sir, please?
See, if I say I won't understand who it is I. Please name yourself. Who is it?
Good evening, sir. I'm Madhu Badke.
Madhu
May I
ma'am.
ask? Yes, sir. Sir, I have a query regarding students who have dropped subject.
Okay. What is the question regarding? Tell me. What was the query?
Hello. Good evening,
Please go
sir.
ahead. Good evening.
Sir, the question is regarding students who have dropped subjects. There is a student in our school who has dropped 3 subjects. So there are she has only 2 main subjects. So for the subjects that she has opted, we are going to give average of only those 2 main subjects. Is that right?
True. Right.
Okay, sir. And second question is the overall average will also include these students' marks, those who have dropped the subjects.
Yes.
Like we have home science, computer application. So
Right.
overall average will include these.
Absolutely.
Okay, sir. Sir, I also wanted to ask you about this that you shared about tweaking the marks so that the overall average fits according to the base year. When we are changing marks of particular students, so for example, we have 119 students in our school. So we are considering pre-board marks, that is out of 40. But I want to change marks for some students so that my average comes up. So I can choose only for those students some other assessment. Whereas for the remaining, it will remain as pre-board.
Right.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay, that is what
Logic
I
has
wanted
to be
know.
given. The logic has to be given. In the logic, please mention that to keep the reliability and the validity of the test for this particular child who was, for example, performing better or not so good till class 9, we had to check the score for other subjects. And that is the reason we are taking into account this particular, assessment of the child, not the pre-board, where we felt the child has scored something more than he actually deserves.
So am I right in understanding? Just please tell me. 10 students, if I'm changing, maybe I'm taking some other marks, and remaining students will remain will have pre-board marks.
Right, absolutely. See,
okay, thank you, sir.
Understand one thing. I would advise you to do it in a better way. See, legally you are right, but what I would advise you is, apart from being legally right, you have to have the evidences also. Evidence, how will you keep it? As I said, if you're considering some other test, in that those tests, this child has scored less, right? Or more.
Yes.
So in that case, understand when you take that test into account, you let people know that it is taken into account for everyone else also. Taken into account because
So that goes into the rationale where
yeah, that
you
goes
write
into
the
rational,
student's
yes.
name.
Other children have performed equally in both the assessment, but one child in this particular test, he didn't perform well, but in this online assessment, he got high marks. So we took into account that thing also and marked him according to this.
Okay,
That's
sir.
it.
Thank you.
Happy evening, sir. Mr. Subramanian
Sir, good
here.
evening, sir.
As
Can I ask
our
you-
reference year and this year, we have Sanskrit
evening,
and
sir.
IT, sir.
Sir, you are muted.
Sundari ma'am, please go ahead.
Sir, reference year, we did not have Sanskrit and IT. This year, we have Sanskrit and IT.
Your voice is not audible.
Best of 3 of students we have to take and meet.
Your
Best of
voice
3 we have
is,
to give, but the students will have same score. Students will have same score in Sanskrit and IT, you know, sir. If we take best of 3.
yes, true. If best of 3, if we take best of 3, in whichever subject we are applying the formula, the scores will be same for the child.
Thank you so much, sir. And second one, sir, sorry to disturb you again. We have all the evidences because of range reference here. Our evidences marks are more in maths, but wherein we have to give less marks. So what to do with the evidence now? No need of changing. Only in maths we are facing problem. Suppose 70 to 80, we have more than 12 students, but wherein I have to show 3 or 4. So that's a challenge that we have. So the evidence what is lying with us is showing more marks, wherein marks we have to give less. So do we have to change in the evidence? It is not possible because all the prelims results are better. But sir, range what they've given is they've given us a less range, no? Mathematics.
Yeah, please mute yourself now. Your microphone is making a loud noise. Can you mute yourself? Yes. I already told you there's one single formula. Please apply that. Then all the queries will be solved accordingly. I told very clearly that reference here, whatever score is given, if it is, whatever you're talking about, let me just check. Who was that who raised this question? Who was it? Can you name yourself? Who was it?
Subramanian, sir.
Yeah, ma'am, your voice was crackling. Please ask the question again in very short single line maybe. Please ask me again.
Sorry, sir, I was traveling. Sir, actually, our reference here range what I've got for mathematics and current data, what evidence what we have is it is more. We have to show
evidence. Yeah. Please let me complete now. I got the point. Let me complete. Evidence. I told you again, evidence is what? Whatever decision you are taking based on objective parameters is the evidence. Objective means something that can be shown and seen. So anything that can be seen and shown means what? Whenever you are reducing the score of a particular child, let's say you have made the child from 65 to 55 in a particular assessment, you need to reduce the score where it is on the paper, where you are trying to reduce the score. For example, you have not reduced the score on a particular paper. You want to reassess the child, go for a viva voce and give the marks of that particular child and document this, that this child got very high score in the online exam, which we felt is not valid. The child can help from somewhere, we are sure, because this child was performing like this throughout his school days. Now in viva exam, the child scored this. So based on this score and the score of the paper taken together, this marks is awarded to the child as per the discussion of the result committee. So this type of discussion has.
But sir, we took physical exam.
Understand, ma'am, what I said. Even if you take a physical exam, does not matter. You can still take a viva voce. You can still tell the child to come and answer a few questions of a particular topic and give a score on that. The option is still open. So if you are taking that, you can take that and refer to a 9th standard score of the child as well. Where the child has performed in 9th standard, you can refer. So whenever you are reducing the marks, make sure you have a ground to reduce the marks. You are not doing it out of thin air. या मुझे लगा मैं रिड्यूस कर दिया, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट। आपको लगा तो आपको किसके बेसिस पे लगा? मुझे 9th के स्कोर के बेसिस पे लगा, मुझे उस क्लास का परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस पे लगा, मुझे वाइवा एग्जाम के बेसिस पे लगा, देन आई रिड्यूस्ड इट। सो दैट हैज टू बी डॉक्यूमेंटेड। आपको लगना या नहीं लगना, इट्स अ सब्जेक्टिव फीलिंग। So subjectivity should not be there. It has to be only objective. Objective means which can be seen and be shown. That parameter you have to keep in mind. So if you keep this aspect in mind, that whenever I'm telling that I'm feeling this way, I have to reduce 10 marks. That feeling should come from documents. That document you need to maintain. Even document of a Viva which is not recorded, you can record. I have taken a Viva exam of this child and found this is the performance, and I scored him less because of this. That is the logic.
Yes, sir. May I ask a question?
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. May I ask one question, sir?
See, again I told I don't recognize anyone. I please.
Sir, I'm Priya Bansali, sir. Sir, I'm Priya Bansali.
Come on the camera and ask the question. If you're not on cam, I cannot see you. I cannot ask the question.
Yes, sir. I am Priya Bansali, sir. I want to ask one question to you, sir. Actually, you have explained this question, but still a little query is there. Like, as you have told that +2 plus minus average we can give. Our school is just a 2-year school, sir, and we have selected one best exam from that. Suppose just I want to ask if in English the average is 60%. So is it necessary that we have to add +2 plus minus in this year? Can we give same average in this year also in three-board exam?
See, I have already average. I have already explained regarding the average. Understand? Please do not talk in middle of this. It's disturbing.
प्रीति मिस अनम्यूट कीजिए।
Hello. Good evening.
That is only my question. Is it compulsory, sir, that +2 plus minus basis we have to do? Like same average if we give
please
for
hold on, ma'am.
this year
Let me
also,
answer.
will it work, sir?
Yeah, please hold on. Let me answer. Others will end the session in minutes. I told regarding this. This is not done. Keep the microphone open. Not a proper social behavior.
Sir, Preeti Khandelwal needs to mute
Yeah.
because, yeah, Preeti ma'am, please mute so that sir can answer.
I told something regarding this reference year score very clearly. Do not try to, work with your brain regarding the reference score. It has been given to you, match it. As simple as that. Do not try to think, मेरा स्कूल 2 साल पुराना है कि 10 साल पुराना है. आपका 1 साल पुराना है, doesn't matter. A score and a reference year data has been given, which is applicable for every school in the country and abroad. Follow that. So whether your data is something else or your performance this time was better, it is immaterial. Reference year score is there. This year score I showed you how to do it, and how to reduce the score I told you. Just match it. There is no other question of that. If the reference year data is not provided, raise the query through the city coordinator to the regional office. I hope it is clear. Reference year लेके अपना दिमाग मत लगाओ आप लोग कि मेरे बच्चों को अच्छा मिलने वाला था, ये स्कोर 3 साल में लो आ गया मेरा, ये ज्यादा होने वाला था. All this is rubbish. Do not even think about that. Whatever is the reference year given to you, box given to you, match it, job over. You do not have any other option. Stick to it. If you think too much, it will not lead you anywhere. Next question. If a child gets good marks in all 4 exams, above 70 plus, but 1 mark, somebody gets 26. So what? See the reliability. See if that one child has got 26, it's because of 3 assessments, unit test, midterm and post-midterm. Taking 3 tests into consideration, if he gets 26, it's okay. He can get 26. What's wrong in that? If you feel that these 3 tests, the child, there was a genuine reason the child could not perform, you can take a 4th assessment and take into account. That's your prerogative. You need not ask for everything, You can take the decision based on the logic given. Do we need to change marks in the papers? Are you taking into consideration the marks of the paper only or another assessment? If you're taking the marks of only the paper, you need to change the marks in the paper. If you are taking into account another assessment to balance the marks of the paper, then let the marks of the paper be as it is. Take that as an assessment and make a documentation that only paper marks is not considered, and this assessment marks is also considered for this child. And why? Very clearly the answer. To calculate the best 3 subject, what should be? Again, it went up. What should be considered original marks or the moderate marks? No, why will you go for the moderate, original marks? After moderation, you have given the marks already. That is the final marks. Whatever marks the child got earlier is invalid. After moderation is the final marks. That time you will take the average of that, not what was earlier. Before moderation marks is just a raw data. When you're processing the data, that has to be taken into account. Can we select PT of grade 9 for all students? It depends on you. It's your choice. Depending on the condition, you may or you may not. So it's the decision that has to be made by the principal, because you will be answerable to the parents and you will be answerable to the, yourself, that why you are doing it. If you have a logic, go ahead and do it. Any other question from anyone? Put it in the chat box. 6 subject IT marks will be reflected in mark sheet. Yes, it will be. We have 46 students in that, 12 are opted for Hindi and remaining 34 opted for Marathi. But in reference, we got Hindi only. Marathi, I told you already, right? I already answered this. I cannot go and answer same question over and over. I told very clearly Marathi score as declared by the regional officer is the average of the top 3 subjects taken together. That's your Marathi score. If you have not got a reference here, does not matter. Take the average of the top 3 subjects and put that. So I hope it's already 9:25. Questions still continue, but if there is something that is very, very genuine, not particular to a particular school, I'm giving the chance again to unmute. Make sure that you keep your microphones off. Otherwise, everyone together, do not unmute yourself. It creates a lot of noise. So I'm giving again a chance to unmute. Ask one question at a time. If it is relevant, something I've answered, I not answer again.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah,
Myself,
please.
Manasvi Sigwan from MGM school.
All right.
Sir, I wanted to ask that we had PT1 exam in 2 parts, 30 and 20. So, sir, some of the evidences of some children are not recovered, like they have not submitted. It was online, and now the PDF is not recovered, sir. So, in that case, is it necessary to have all the evidences of all the children?
See, I think Sanya Bharadwaj sir answered this in one of this webinar. He told that the data that is deleted can be recovered. So you can try to recover it. In case it is not recoverable, you can document that the data was shared. We were not aware that this needs to be maintained. And let's say for technical reasons, the data got and the data is not there, but the score of the tabulation sheet is there. We are referring to that.
Yes, we have checked it. Yes, sir.
You can document and keep it. Something that you do not have, you cannot produce. So if it is available, you store it. Not available, document it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Good
Good
evening,
evening.
sir. Hello.
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 One at a time, please. Kiran Dev,
Hello.
Kiran Dev, please.
Sir, I'm from Guru. Good evening, sir. I'm from Gurukul Olympiad School. Sir, will you show once again how to calculate that to adjust that given figure? One more time.
Hello.
What I'll do is I'll take another session. It's 2 hours already. So if some of you are interested to see only the calculation part, I will share a link in the Google group, this WhatsApp group. You can join, or you can put it in the group. Those who are interested to join the calculation session again, I'll put another session link. I'll show the calculation only for, only the calculation part for the 40 minutes or 45 minutes, and we'll get it over.
That's really better, sir, because I'm sure you must be tired, man.
And if anyone wants the format, I can share
Yes,
that. dummy format?
Yes, sir. That will be much better.
We want
Yes, sir,
format.
kindly share the format.
I will share the dummy format in the group. Don't worry.
Share the format as well as you take the session also, so it will be a brush up better one.
Right, and the group is there. The group is already there. So what I would recommend is, if there are questions which I couldn't answer right now, I would recommend put the query in the group, and I will try to answer that in the group itself. Right. So
Okay, sir.
that's all for today. It's 9:28. I would like to thank all the principals, result committee members, Bharti Bhagwani ma'am in particular, who made this session possible by giving the Zoom link to me, because my Zoom would have accommodated only 100. 400 could log in because of this. And everyone who was present and patiently asked questions and listened to the queries. I hope I was able to resolve most of the queries. Any feedback on that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So if there are still things, if there are
Respected sir. Respected sir, just I would like to say a few words. This
Please
is
go ahead.
Rupesh Dilip Ghatke from Podar
Good
International.
session, sir.
Akola,
Excellent
sir.
session.
It was really a wonderful session, sir, and a commendable job. And we should fold our hands and because you have cleared so many doubts, and really it will fasten our work, sir. And tirelessly you have worked, sir. And thank you very much for this wonderful session, sir. And we look forward for your other sessions too, sir. They're very informative. They're very simple. They're very user friendly, sir. In today's trendy, this if you have to use it, they are very user friendly. Thank you very much for such wonderful sessions, sir. Thank you
Thank
for
you
your
so
valuable
much.
time,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone gets stuck in something difficult?
Yeah.
You
Nice, sir.
send me
Now
a
it will be-
message.
Okay, fine.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Very nicely explained.
About the total tabulation.
Right. I was saying that in case you face any difficulty individually, you send me a message. Most of the times I reply. If need, I'll call you back. And do not worry about anything. Whatever is the problem, we can solve it out. No issues.
Sir, as you told, if you are sending a video, sharing a video on YouTube, sir, regarding this calculation, it would be easy if you send that link. So that again,
See, this whole meeting is recorded. I will upload this particular recording in YouTube as well.
yeah. Thank you.
And one thing I will do tomorrow maybe I'll take a separate session only on calculation, and only that part I'll live telecast on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Only from I'll do it on my portal.
That would be wonderful. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. And
Sir, good night.
good night.
Send the link in the group.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
End the session, sir, now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.